place in heaven. And I also realize that hell simply will not have them because they don't want a motherfucker like this trying to take over. Pardon my language. They must be sick.
It's another beautiful day to be a raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish. Coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Where is that, might you ask? Well, let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street. Past the house with the boarded up windows. Stop and ask the man on the corner, Joe. He's always there. He's at least in the vicinity of the corner. Maybe by the bush, behind the bush, under the bush, by the tree. He's there. He's a man of commerce. Hook the man up. He'll point you in the right direction. A couple more houses down, you'll take a left and then an immediate right. And you'll see an alley as you walk past. You'll feel a cool breeze that chills you to the bone. The autumn wind, possibly? Maybe. Yes, it's dark down that alley. Do you dare venture? Of course you should. Because at the end of that alley, there's a little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and this is the Raider Nation Report with yours truly, the Commish. A solid 60 minutes of everything silver and black. And since the last time I've been with you, Raider Nation, there's a lot going on in the world of silver and black. We've got, of course, I was with you during the preseason game where a lot of us watched it together. We commented on it and discussed it as it was happening, but we've all now had time to soak it up Well, what we saw, we've rewatched it, we've seen the highlights, we've seen the stat lines. Oh, we'll get there, Bob. We'll get there. Don't you worry. We got 60 minutes. Sit back. Get yourself a cold beverage. Grab yourself some popcorn. Let's get into the Raider Nation Report. Now, I would like to thank our official Raider Reaction sponsors, as we do have some now. And Angry and Trash podcast, Just Win Ladies. Make sure you check it out. We have Raider Nation Rings and Flags Facebook page. They've got all kinds of silver and black swags. Go check it out. And Captain Jack Rackham's Facebook page as well, with a Sunday night show, Ask the Captain. Make sure you check that out as well. Oh, we're going to get into that, T. We're going to get into that. Now, I want to go into the past just a second to start the show, though. Before we get into the current news. Because we did have a preseason game on Friday. And I have not had a chance to officially comment upon said preseason game. So I'm going to start there, and then I will jump back into the current news. Now, first play of the game, what do we see? We see a rollout from Derek Carr to Jordy Nelson. So you see that they're already trying to get that familiarity built, get that groove going, and hey, you like to see it. It was a nice start to the game. Like to see that maybe we'll try something. That was something we never seen. Downey, you never seen him roll Carr out. You never seen him get any kind of movement out of the pocket with the guy at all and create anything. It was, well, we don't need to go back into that. We all lived it, so we won't go back into that. So you had that, and then right after that, boom! Beast mode, untouched through the line, gone. And so within mere minutes into the first time Gruden stalks the sideline again, we see Chucky emerge. As he is full on, that's fucking bullshit, up and down the sidelines, pissed the hell off. You didn't need a really great lip reader to tell what he had to say. You seen it right off the bat. Now, the whole questionable call, at best. But what did you see there? You seen Marshawn Lynch still got some. He's got some spring in them legs yet. He's got some spring in them legs. He scooted down there, man. That D-back was not gaining any ground on Marshawn. He was full on take it to the house mode. So, what's up, Raider King, watching with us on YouTube? Simulcast on our YouTube channel, the Hardcore Challenge Live Studio webcasts, as well as our Facebook page, where it all started. Also on Instagram and Twitter as well. So make sure you follow us, or whatever the hell you do on Instagram. Now, I would have really, really liked to seen Derek Carr come back out for one more drive. Because it didn't leave a great taste in my mouth. I mean, he come out the first play, looked solid. We probably shouldn't have got the touchdown on the big beast mode run. Didn't. So that kind of threw off that first drive, I understand. But yeah, I would have liked to seen him finish. I would have liked to seen him finish and it had a more solid drive and see a little more out of Carr. So I would like to see them send him back out for the second. Now, I was positive with what we seen out of Connor Cook when he did get in there, though. Connor Cook was solid. Is some of the best action we've seen out of Connor Cook. Ultimately, it's the first preseason game. It did suck, T. That pass to Bryant did suck. But you know what I'll say about that? And I said it live on the game while we were watching it and streaming it right here on Raider Reaction. Bryant could have made a hell of a lot better play on that goddamn ball. That was a ball that I thought was up there enough that he could have made a play on that. He absolutely could have made a play on that.
Hell yeah!
So, what's up, Lance? Watching up there with us on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Now, like I said, it was very positive to see Connor Cook in. They had a good game plan for the good game, and hey, he's gonna be in studio this weekend, Bob. He's gonna be here Friday night, and he's gonna be here through Monday. So we will get some studio action. But he's a big, tall dude. I believe he could have made a hell of a better play on that. It wasn't a great pass. Absolutely not. Was not a great pass. Can't argue that in the slightest. But I think he could have made a play on it. Now, Connor Cook looks solid, rolling out to his left. One of the hardest, moves for a quarterback out of the pocket. Makes a great adjustment. Switzer makes the good move in the back of the end zone, and we see some nice little touchdown action there early in preseason game 1, which was nice to see. Switzer gets a little black hole action, gets a little love, and it was a nice play. Connor Cook looks solid. If I had to give out 3 stars for the game, he would get one of them. I thought he looked good. What I did think was interesting, because I've been saying it, the captain's been saying it, we've both had this conversation on how many times that we thought it was going to come down to a battle between Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington. That it was going to be a D-Wash-Richard battle, for one of them was not going to make it. One of them was not going to make it. We saw beast mode, obviously, at the 1. Looks like Doug Martin's going to grab the 2 spot. An alternate 2 spot with whoever is remained standing between Richard or Washington. And your project back for this season, your number 4, who's going to make it, and who also had a big game in preseason week 1, is Chris Warren III. Chris Warren III. He had a big game, wearing a big number, and he looks solid, man. He looks solid. Was he a recipient of preseason game 1? Second half of preseason game 1? We'll see. That remains to be seen. But he looked good. First outing, and he looked solid. So what more do you want? He looked solid. I thought as a whole, Martavius Bryant looked good. Like I said, on the pass from Carr, I thought he could have made a better move. I thought he had a possibility to at least get his hands on that ball. But he did look good. He did look good as a whole. On defense, I got to give you 2 bright, shining stars. A 2-year man and a rookie. P.J. Hall looked freaking solid. How many times did we say P.J. Hall's name in that game? I mean, he was blowing him up from the giddy-up. And he stayed on him the entire time he was out there. And Marquel Lee really looked good in his starting position. He was all over the field and he was making plays. And that gives me a little more promise, because I felt positive. There was a lot of knock on Marquel Lee and his size and his speed last season, and I still think, as it showed in that scheme, some of the linebackers that we have can really look good. Nelson as well. Reggie got an award. He's at his alma mater, University of Florida, here recently too. So congrats to him. So all in all, we walked away with the W. Kevin's right. My boy Kevin's right. Nick Nelson, Griff Whalen looked good. There's lots of guys that look good. I'm not going to go all into in depth of every single guy. But as a whole, I thought the offense looked good. The quarterback situation looks basically as I thought and have been saying. Was that I think Connor Cook is going to be our guy. That in the long term, if something went bad and he needed to step in, he can hold it together for us over several weeks. He's that solid starter. EJ Manuel, however, I like EJ as that relief pitcher type step-in role to finish a game when your quarterback goes down. I do like that. So a little bit, they both have positives in different areas. And I mean, I really liked how Connor Cook looked. I really like how Connor Cook looked because, man, we need a solid backup. And I kept thinking with time that he was going to get there, and it looks that way. So, enough with the preseason. We won. It was solid. We're moving on. Now we got the Lambs, and you know they're going to come out with a vanilla-ass playbook because we got to play these guys in week 1. We're going to do the same thing. It's probably going to be a lame, stale game, and then you're going to get to see a little more action in week 3. So we'll see what we can get. I look forward to seeing some of these rookies in action again and seeing what some of these guys can do. I'm looking forward to the running back battle because I really think that's where we're going to see some battle over the next two games. Like I said, the Richard and Washington battle, you really got to watch that because as you've seen at the beginning of the game, it was they were switching it up. They want to basically give equal time to those guys, and we will see. We will see. It's going to be interesting. We will see. We will see. But like I said, I think that's one of the big battles. One of the big battles that we're looking forward. So, you guys touched on it. What's up, Chucky Nation? And what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me, as always, as every Tuesday on Raider Reactions, Raider Nation Report, with yours truly, the Commish. And so we spend a solid 60 minutes on everything silver and black. And I appreciate you all joining me, as always, new and old, my band of pirates. Thank you. I would be nothing without you. We would be nothing. Be some schmuck talking to the wall. So, let's get in to the hot topic. Khalil Mack. What's up, O'Kill? Khalil Mack. Now, rumors came out yesterday, and the rumors were flying that Aaron Donald has a contract. Aaron Donald's coach says otherwise. He says no. He doesn't have a contract. Don't you think if he had a contract, I would know? Well, yes. Yes, it would. You would think you would know. So, of course, that as soon as you heard that, you've seen in all the Raider Nation groups, all the Raiders. Oh, well, the bar's been set. Now we can sign Mac. No. That's not the deal. And as much as you would like to think it's a staring contest between Aaron Donald's agent and Khalil Mack's agent, it's really not. Both of these guys want certain things in their contract, and both of these guys want to get paid. Part of the problem with Khalil Mack's contract is they're wanting to backload it, much like they did Derek Carr's contract, which will still be positive for the client because you get the benefit of the no tax in Las Vegas, and a backloaded contract will save you a boatload of money. Agent doesn't like that. Agent wants guaranteed money for his client, much like what you've seen with Kirk Cousins. NFL teams don't like to give guaranteed money. It's not typically something that they want to do. It's too high of a risk, especially when you're talking about a guy who's rumored to want $20 to upwards of $25 million. I've even heard stories. Now, I think the $25 million is probably a little far-fetched. I would say you're probably more in the $21 to $22 million range that Khalil's agent is asking for, which means they'll negotiate down to a little bit, probably get him in the 19 to 20 range. That's probably where he's going to end up realistically. The man wants paid. Now, the thing is, he took a hell of a hit already on preseason game 1 for not being there. Hell of a hit. Hell of a hit. And he's going to take a tremendous hit if he doesn't suit up and play in week 1 per his contract. I don't think they will go that route. I do not think it's going to get that extreme at all. In no way, shape, or form. I don't think it's going to get that extreme at all. I think at some point, everybody's going to come to the table and everything's going to be fine. And the staring contest will cease. Eventually. But right now, they're just doing the holdout dance. They're just doing the holdout dance right now, and it's gonna work its course. I think at best you are gonna see Khalil Mack play at week 3 of the preseason. At best. There's a possibility you may not see Khalil Mack until it's the regular season. It's a very distinct and good possibility. Reggie McKenzie has been on record as, apologize up there on the YouTube. It looks like we've had a little technical difficulties on our YouTube cam. We apologize. Let's see if we can get that back up. We apologize. Technical difficulties. We have folks watching on the YouTube as well, and we don't want them to miss anything. So, all right. Oh, dude, you're a douche. Apologize there, folks on YouTube. Looks like we lost our YouTube feed for the night. We apologize. We'll have to fix that. Get that tightened up for tomorrow night. Fail, fail, fail. Big fail. Sorry, YouTube viewers. You gotta come on over to the Facebook. Well, that's the first time that's ever happened. I don't know what happened. But he's already gone. I gave him the axe, Mark Anthony. He's gone. Now, back to the Max situation. So there's no contract for Aaron Donald, so that hasn't happened. Reggie McKenzie is not going to discuss said contract unless he is in camp. He's on record. He said it over and over again that he's not going to talk unless he's in camp. Damn it, Lions. Look what you've done. Now, there's lots of different perspectives and lots of different angles to this story. You've seen them all. Are we going to trade him? No, we're not going to trade him. I absolutely 100% believe we will not trade Khalil Mack. At all. Do not believe. That was rumors, Maria, and I don't. The coach is even saying the reports that they're close to a deal is news to us. That's straight from the coach's news to us. Is he bullshitting us? Possibly. It's a good possibility. Could be coach speak, but if they're close to a deal, who do you need to bluff at that point? You say, yeah, we've had some good talks, and you walk on. I honestly think best case scenario, you see Khalil Mack for week 3. Worst case scenario, you see him for week 1. I don't think we're going to lose Khalil Mack. I don't think there's anything like that happening. I just think they are working their plan. This is the plan that they were going to use, and it is what it is. Khalil Mack is not going to hurt his brand that bad that he's willing to forfeit the 2018 season for a team that can franchise his ass the next 2 years. No way. Mac will be back in 2018. I 100% believe it. 100% believe it. And I just want to chill out and enjoy my preseason games for the next couple weeks. And all will be well. All will be well.
Oh, yeah.
All will be well. Now, The other big news is, which probably involves Khalil Mack as well, because it's freeing up money for Khalil Mack, is the bargain or little coupon, little discount that Donald Penn has done in taking a look and restructuring his team. Or excuse me, his contract, his contract. Now, it frees up some money. He's there. He's working out. He's on the field. And interestingly enough, he's at right tackle, not left tackle, where Colton Miller is working out. Interesting? Interesting? Do you think there is a possibility that they start Colton Miller on Carr's blind side in week 1? That's interesting. That's something we're really going to have to watch as camp goes forward, is how the positional and shifts along the offensive line occur through camp, through preseason, because that's going to be very interesting. He is the future, Lines. But you know who else is the future? That guy standing behind him wearing number 4. He's our future. He's not even just our future. He's our present. He's right now. He's today. That guy has us on the, and Raider Nation still is a buzz that this could be it this year. And you're gonna stick an unproven rookie out there on the blind side? He will, but you're not seeing a defense that's going balls to the wall, coming trying to rip your quarterback's head off like you're going to see in the regular season. They're going to run a fairly vanilla scheme on defense, same as we are. So, I mean, you're going to see a little of that, but not a lot. You're not going to see it like you're going to see in week 1 on Monday Night Football with a team trying to come for him. I don't know. I would just like to see him worked in maybe a little more. But if he's that solid and he looks that good, hey, man, these guys are paid a hell of a lot more than me to assess talent. So it's just going to be, that's one of those battles and interesting spots. Yeah, like everybody in America watched the movie Blindside, Popeye. Come on. Seriously? It's like asking, did you watch Blindside? Come on, Pop. Come on. We would like to mention our sponsors, Angry at Trash Podcast, Just Win Ladies. Make sure you go check that out wherever podcasts can be found, as well as always shared here on the Raider Reaction page. Check out the Facebook page, Raider Nation Rings and Flags. They got all kinds of silver and black swag. They're going to be posting their items up on the page, and I'll be checking them out. They're one of our official sponsors, as well as make sure you go check out Captain Jack Rackham's page, as he features this Sunday night Ask the Captain show, which during the season on game day, they give you somewhere you can come call in. He takes calls all show long, and you can call in and vent and talk about whatever happened that day. And so check him out. And he's my co-host right here in studio on Thursday nights as well for the Raider Nation Ricochet every Thursday.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Now, another positive thing, and something obviously we got to keep an eye on. It's something we're all keeping an eye on anyway, because it's just awesome to see Garyon Conley back out there live and in action and on the field and looking good. You've seen a little contact. Unfortunately, seen a little contact and seen Worley leave under his own power. But Conley positively looks healthy. Gruden mentioned he was impressed at how quickly he came back, that maybe they thought the injury was a little more severe to begin with, and he came back and looked good. So that is definitely positive. Now, our top 3 picks last season, obviously 2 of them are with Conley back is looking positive, but we got that other one. And he's not looking so positive. He's back in for Tess, Obi, and he's back in for Tess, and they're saying it's lower body, and they're wondering that if it's a possibility that it's tied to his hip issue, and just is Obi ever going to get on the field and get the reps and the time that he needs to get out there and be the player that we think he has the potential to be? Because you don't get too many more seasons like this. You don't, and then you're gone. Especially when you're a guy they've never seen it. You're just all potential. You've never seen it. So, it's interesting. Now, I was reading my mind, Mark Anthony. That's where I was going next. Martavius Bryant, absent from practice today. Headache. Gruden says, yeah, he's up laying down in his room. We hope he feels better soon. And I'm sure that's not exactly how he said it. That's exactly how. I'm sure that's not exactly how he said it. I'm sure there was a little more tuned to it than that. Because I, from all the reports, and you start piecing all of these stories together, you start to get the impression that maybe John Gruden and Martavius Bryant just don't mesh that well together. That there's a little something going on there. That there's this thing though. You know, this thing that's called raw football talent. That when it's game time and you throw that ball down the field, Martavius Bryant goes up and gets it, a lot can be forgiven. And I think that's probably why Gruden puts up with what he puts up with, but yeah, he was out with a headache today. So, who knows? Could have been a migraine, could have been something serious, but who knows? Who knows? It's unfortunate to see a talent like what we thought we were going to have last season in Garyon Conley and then Obi Melifonwu, and both of them go down. We don't get any of them. We think we're going to get a reboot. We think basically you're going to get a number 1 and number 2 draft pick as a bonus this season because you didn't get them last season, and you're going to get them thrown in the mix. And to see that you may only get half of that come to fruition, it's unfortunate. Because I'm going to say it right now. I have very, very positive hopes. I'm on the Garyon Conley bandwagon, and I have been for quite some time. I think they were being taking extra precaution with him. And I think he's going to be good. I think he's really going to be good this season. I've said it, man. Oh, I've been on the record, all damn offseason. He's going to be our solid number 1 corner by week 4. I think he's going to take a few weeks to get his rust off of him. I think he's going to take a few weeks, and then I think he's going to be a gamer, man. I really do. I really do. But Obi, I'm concerned about Obi. And Obi's hovering around that 4-letter word. He's hovering around that 4-letter word. I hate to say it, but Obi, you're hovering around that 4-letter word. And damn you guys. Come on with the Stevel juice. Come on. Bust. I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it. Bust. Because, man, if you don't ever get on the field after you've been drafted, other teams aren't going to want to take a chance on you either. And he's hovering around there. I still have high hopes for him and positive vibes. But, man. It ain't looking good for Obi. It ain't looking good for Obi. However, it's looking good for other folks. Carl Josephs, for one, as my man Chucky Nation mentioned. Carl Joseph has looked solid. That was a bullshit flag. That's called football, ladies and gentlemen. That's called when the receiver's going to the ground, you need to make the goddamn tackle. That's what that's called. That's called football. Take that flag, take that 15-yard penalty, and shove it straight up your ass. That's bullshit. This isn't flag football. These guys are supposed to be modern-day gladiators, and the fact when you call a flag for that, that's hot freaking garbage. That was a solid tackle. He didn't lead with the head. He didn't spear nobody. He tackled a guy who was a moving fucking target. Jesus Christ. These guys aren't... They're not coming and trying to knock down stand-up cardboard cutouts. These guys are full speed, peak of their profession, professional athletes. Running like a fucking deer. And you're supposed to hit the guy in a small window, everything positioned perfectly, and still make sure you get the guy down. Because you fucking miss that tackle and that guy scores the touchdown, your ass may be out of fucking job. So your number one job is what? To put that guy on the damn ground. And you got the possibility of getting flagged for doing the most basic of your job, which is to just tackle the guy and put him on the ground? That's as basic as it gets in football. What's your job on defense? Put that guy on the ground. Basically, to make sure that they don't advance that ball. Period. One way or another. Your job is to tackle and get the guy on the damn ground. How are you going to flag a guy for doing that? Asinine. Completely asinine. I don't get it. And I don't know how they're going to call and how they're going to regulate that. I mean, because, seriously, Marshawn Lynch goes through the line, lowers his head, and tries to truck some defensive back. Is he going to get flagged for trying to run over some 185-pound fucking corner? Are you kidding me? While he's leaving cleat marks up his chest and across his face and heading to the goal line, they're going to be back there throwing a flag? For what? Excessive violence? It's football. Come on. Hey, if you want to play flag football, hey, it's a fun sport. I coach it. Go play it. But that ain't what this is. You sign waivers on this shit even when you're in Pee-wee. This ain't a sport for pussies. It's not. These guys are modern day gladiators. Let them fucking play. If they don't want to get their brains scrambled, then don't go get on the field. But don't try to pussify it. Don't try to take the kickoff out. Try to change all the rules so it's not even gonna, within 10 years they're trying to make it so it's not even gonna resemble the game that we love. Now, Pete's got a question about the running backs. I touched on it a little earlier, but I will run it down. Now, here's what I say is things going on with our running back situation, since Pete's asked a couple times, and he's patiently hanging around. Exactly, Pete. What do you do at the goal line? What do you do at the goal line when the hole opens? On one side, you got Marshawn Lynch. Other side, you got a linebacker. They're coming to the hole. They're both going to drop, go low, and try to drive the other one. It's your most basic football drill that you do. What is it? The Oklahoma drill, isn't it? It's the most basic football drill that you've done at every football camp since you put pads on. One guy gets the ball, and one guy's trying to tackle him, and they have you run between two dummies. Are you going to make it through? Or is he going to put you on your ass? What's it going to be? It's the most basic of football. Now what? We got that play has to happen, and we got to sit there and wait to see if there's going to be a flag. That's some hot fucking garbage right there. That's some hot garbage. Now, as far as the running back situation, as Pete had asked earlier, Marshawn Lynch obviously is our solid number one. Doug Martin, I would say, is our number two. Kinda. Because what I think is you're going to have is two number twos. You're going to have Doug Martin as half of your number two running back, and your other half of your number two running back is going to be whoever wins over the next 3 games in preseason as Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington battle. I don't think one of them makes it. And I'm still say it's DeAndre Washington that is going to be the victorious between that. Chris Warren III will be your 4th. You see, he looks solid, and I think Chris Warren III could be big. Could be very big. Now, we'll see. But I only think we're going to carry 4 into the season. I don't know about that, Chucky. I don't think he's going to beat out Martin. I still think Chris Warren III is a project. I think he did gain a little bit of benefit from being the first preseason game and playing in the second half. I think that was a little... he did look good. He had a nice stat line, but I'm not ready to get carried away. He as positive as his stat line was in the big plays that he had, he was a little clunky, and he still needs some work. He's our project. That's why I think he stays at 4. I think in Doug Martin, you see a guy who has the veteran experience that John Gruden likes. He's an unselfish player. He'll play whenever you need him, and he can catch out of the backfield, which Gruden likes. And I think he's going to be a guy that gets mixed in, and that's the reason he brought him over. But I do think they're going to mix in. It's going to be Lynch as your 1, but I think it's going to be a split at 2. Your 2 and 3 are basically going to share time, and that's I say it's DeAndre Washington. Now, Jalen Richard has the talent and the ability to beat out DeAndre Washington, but he's had fumble issues. So which one's going to be money? Which one's going to be money? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Because, frankly, it's hard to tell yet. But I mentioned it when we were watching it. I seen it in the backfield as they were starting to hand it off. Billy thinks Richard. I've seen it about half and half. I've seen it about half and half. I've seen, see, like Mike says Washington. Chucky says Richard. It's about half and half. When you look at what direction everybody leans. It's about half and half. I don't think they're both going to get the boot. I don't think they'll both get the boot. But I think, like you watch them both. Watch them both. And did either one impress you more than the other? Washington, go look at the stats, O'Kill. Jalen Richard has 3 times as many fumbles as DeAndre Washington. The stats don't lie when it comes to who puts the ball on the ground more. And it is Richard. Richard has put the ball on the ground more. Richard has a little more yards and has done a little more with the ball statistically than DeAndre Washington has. They're both very comparable in yards per carry, but Richard has a little bit of an edge and a little more yards. But he's got a lot more damn fumbles. A lot more fumbles. Of course, some of those fumbles did come in different capacities that DeAndre Washington doesn't play in. Some are on special teams, but oh, I got you. I must have misread your comment, my brother. My apologies. No. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Washington. That's where I think we're going with the 4. I think we're going with the 4. A little, Billy, a little. I take some of that into consideration, but I remember seeing one game last season where I seen Richard put the ball on the ground 3 times. Now, we did not lose all of those. I think we lost 1. 2 of them I think we got back, but regardless, ball on the ground 3 times in a game, that can't happen. That gets your ass sent to the bench. That gets your ass sent packing when it comes down to deciding between you and somebody else who's doing damn near the same thing as you. When we've got some talent, we've brought some talent in. Doug Martin was a serious. I questioned the hell out of the Doug Martin signing, but Doug Martin is playing like a man who knows his career is on the line and that this is his last shot. And there's nothing wrong with that. You never know how a man is going to play when you're about to take everything he loves away from him. You never know. And then Doug Martin was back in the corner, and he has responded. He has responded. So we will see. We'll see. John Gruden likes the sprinkling in of veterans on his team for a multitude of reasons. For football minds, for veteran leadership, for mentorship in the locker room, on the practice field, all kinds of different reasons. He likes the sprinkling in of veterans. So, it's part of the reason I think you're going to see Doug Martin in there. You see Johnson, linebacker. That's why you're going to see some of these guys in there. Reggie Nelson, man, Gunther's a big fan of Reggie Nelson. And I think Reggie, man, I just don't see him making it. I just don't see him making it. He got to be such a liability at some points last season. I mean, as good as he's looking in preseason, I don't think so, Kevin. I don't think so. I think Warren the third will be our. I think he's going to be our 4th. He's going to be at the end of our rotation. He's our project back for this season. He's the project back. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, I would like to mention our sponsors again, our official Raider Reaction sponsors. Make sure you check out Angry Atrasks, Just Win Ladies podcast. Check out the Facebook page, Raider Nation Rings and Flags. They got a stash of Raiders gear over there. Go check it out. And Captain Jack Rackham's Facebook page, featuring his Sunday night show, Ask the Captain, where you can call in, get all of your vent, get your questions answered, talk Raider football. The man is an encyclopedia of Raider knowledge. So pick his brain. You can also catch him here with me on Thursday nights. I got the Twitter. Okay, we're on the Twitter. At Raider Reaction on Twitter. Raider Reaction 81 on Instagram. And Hardcore Challenge Live studio webcasts on YouTube. We apologize. We lost our YouTube feed tonight, and for some reason it went down mid-show. Don't know why. Don't know why. Check it out. And make sure you guys check out the Reaction Shop. Click on the Shop tab on our Raider Reaction page and go check it out. You got Raider Reaction shirts in there, fan packs. Every fan pack is different, man. It comes with some Raider Reaction collectibles right out of my own collection. And everybody that's got one, you can ask. They're worth the freaking money. We don't spare any expense on them. We make them nice, and you get some nice swag. Plus, you get some Raider Reaction swag as well. Got the bracelets, Deep Behind the Enemy Line bracelets. Raider Reaction Deep Behind the Enemy Line bracelets. Raider Reaction t-shirts. If you get the deluxe pack, you get both shirts. Or you can pick whether you would like to have the gray or the black shirt. Both of them are different designs, but got for different fronts, different backs. So check them out. Rock some Raider Reaction gear. Nobody has beat the Commish Junior yet. So, if anybody wants to play the Commish Junior this weekend, message the page, give us your PlayStation 4 ID. Excuse me. So we can find you. See if you can take down the kid. I tell you what, the kid was good before this summer, and he's put so many goddamn hours in on that freaking Madden this summer. It's insane, and he's gotten really good, and I'm only about 50-50 right now, and he waxed me pretty good this last weekend, so I've been having to hear about it. I've been having to hear about it. I beat him the game before, and of course, you know, that wasn't, we didn't televise that, so, you know, of course, that's just the way it works. But yeah, he waxed me pretty good, and I've had to hear smack talk. So I would like to see somebody come on. Anybody takes down the Commish Junior live on one of our streams on the Commish Junior Challenge, Madden Challenge. We're gonna give you a Raider Reaction prize pack for taking him down, and you know, bringing him down a notch because he needs it. I know the game was talking shit, man. It's bullshit. When the announcers start talking shit about you while your son's whooping your ass on Madden, that's just a bad scene. But while the announcers are talking shit about you while your son's whooping your ass on Madden while you're live streaming it to thousands of people, that really fucking sucks. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. But, Syrah. Now, I like to finish every one of my Raider Nation reports with the little segment that you never know where I'm going to go. Usually it's football related, usually it's sports related, but hell, sometimes it's not. I'll just go wherever the hell I want. It's where I like to wrap up the show. And it's a little segment I like to call the WTF. Now, I seen something today that you just should not see. And it was from a guy who previously, you know, once a Raider, always a Raider. He was a Raider. He was a Raider quarterback. And then came to the realization that he really wasn't an NFL quarterback as much as he wanted to be. Kind of like Pinocchio, you know, as much as he wanted to be a real boy, you still wouldn't, you little fucker, sorry. Terrell Pryor. This wide receiver experiment, man. So, I don't know if you've seen the video, but I posted it to the Raider Reaction page. It's shared up on there. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's not that many posts back. I know we posted an obscene amount of shit during the day, but... but man. So, he gets absolutely tooled on the play. And you know, basically half the fucking defensive back squad of the Redskins are already clowning his ass, and they're laughing at him like a bunch of fucking hyenas on the Lion King. You know, and they're all laughing and fucking pointing. And, you know, DJ Swearinger comes up and does the old, like, you know how you do when you're walking down the hallway, you know, in high school or junior high, and, you know, some, you know, dude you're trying to square up on, man, you walk by and gave him the little shoulder bump on the way by, like, sup, you know, challenge him a little bit. Well, DJ Swearinger comes roll up from the side, give him the little shoulder bump, gets talking a little smack, and then gives him the half fake punch. Now, mind you, DJ Swearinger doesn't even have his fucking helmet on. Terrell Pryor's in full pads, helmet, face mask. Dude gives him a half jab, and this dude does a full break his neck, turn the hell around, like the gold medal Guinness Book of World Records of flinches. Like, I can't even give you 2 for flinching for that. That's like not even enough. Like, dude, bro, you got a helmet on. Alright? A helmet. I've never understood the guy when they get in fist fights with helmets on. Man, if you really want to throw down, throw that sumbitch off and get after it. I want to see some shit like hockey players. Throw that shit on the ground and get after it. That's what it should. That should be like an unwritten rule in football. Like, it's like hockey. You throw down the gloves and you go at it. No, you throw the fucking helmets down and you go at it. You want to fight? Fucking fight then, goddammit. Throw the helmets down and go at it. That should be like a new rule. But Terrell Pryor, man, what the fuck? Man. You had a helmet and full pads. Son, come on. You're never going to leave that down. That's the kind of clip that follows you forever. That'll never go away. Somebody's going to make a gif out of that shit. You're going to be like the new crying Jordan. You poor pathetic bastard. Ah, you fucker. Oh. Steve Juice. Oh. I am the Eggman. I am the Eggman. I am the Jawalrus. Goo-goo ka-choo. Goo-goo ka-choo. Anybody got any purple drink? Anybody got any purple drink? Thank you for joining me on a Tuesday night Raider Nation Report. Tune in tomorrow night for Ghost to the Post as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide as we'll hit on all the hot league topics. And God knows, who knows what that could be. It could be shit, it could be anything, really. But you got to keep up on the 31 enemies as well as everything Raider related. So make sure you join me tomorrow. Somebody's going to be here with me. Hopefully Big L. But we will see if he's able to join me tomorrow. Hopefully. But thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you check out Angriest Podcast. Just Win Ladies. Raider Nation Rings and Flag Facebook page. And Captain Jack Rackham's page. And make sure you join me tomorrow night. Right here. Same Raider time. Same Raider channel. Goes to the Post. Thanks for joining me as always, my band of pirates. I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation!